So I'm making a sort of a peppercorn and onion sauce to go with my steak dinner this evening. So I'm just softening here a few onions. Not very professionally chopped, but who's counting that? So mixing going in there. Just put this down a second, one minute. So the peppercorns are in and the heat's releasing the very strong peppery aroma into the kitchen. And I'm just breaking up a chicken stock cube in there. And then I'm going to add some water, around about 200 ml. Salt off a little bit, give it a mix around. Let that come up to heat, simmer all over, and I'll just get a little bit more water. So you can see I've got a teaspoon of mustard in there and 2 teaspoons of chilli powder, and I've used my favourite Coleman's mustard powder. Now I'm going to keep cooking that until it reduces down, until it starts to get a little bit thick and the water starts to disappear, and it will reduce. So I'm going to watch that for a minute or two, and then when it's reduced down far enough, I'm going to take it off the heat because I don't want it too hot, because at the end I'm going to stir in a couple of tablespoons of fat-free fromage frais to make the sauce. So I'm going to let that carry on cooking for a second or two. So you can see I can put my finger in and it's not too hot and it's more than tepid. Just warm enough to serve. I'm going to put a couple of large teaspoons in and give it a stir. Now as you can see, I've actually also added in some flat leaf parsley, which I've just cut up finely. There it is. Now because it hasn't been put in too hot, it hasn't split. So that's what happens when you put quark or fromage frais, stuff like that, into a hot sauce. It will split if the liquid is too hot. So that is done, and I will just pour that over my steak when it's cooked, and the steak will help reheating the sauce a little bit. So as you can see in my pan here, I've got some mushrooms, a few onions and some rosemary just to infuse the pan. So there you go, there's my steak, just a small one, an amazing sauce, and butternut squash, well that's a microwave cleaning again, butternut squash wedges, herb salad, and the mushrooms and the onions. Looks fab, doesn't it? Very pleased. Yummy.